Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed. I am back and I figured I would have another one of those like little down to earth talks with you guys about the usual random junk that's in my mind and see what it is that other people think about when it comes to this topic. And it's another one of my like sort of scatterbrained topics as usual. As you know, I can go from like point A to point Z in a matter of seconds. So that's just how my character is, how my personality is, and how my thoughts just go about. And so hopefully by the end of this, you'll get the gist of where I'm coming from and how I feel about this particular, I guess, set of topics or this topic, or just give you a better understanding of how I feel about this particular thing. So let's get started. So when you see a person, what is the first thing that you actually look at? Is it their hair? Is it their face? Is it their eyes, their nose, their lips? Is it their facial structure? Is it their body? Are you guilty of staring at a person's body before you look at them in their face? Are you a leg man? Are you a leg woman? Are you a butt man? Are you a butt girl? Is that even, I don't know. Tell me, ladies, do you stare at guys' butts without them knowing? Do you? Do you? um, Basically, the gist of this is, what is it that you look at when you see a person for the first time, whether you're like in a relationship or whatever, not even like those type of things. It's more like when you see a person, do you see their outside appearance? And not just that, but what's the first thing that you stare at? Do you look at them in the face, or do you really just look at their body? And then if you are guilty of just secretly staring at their body first before you approach them or talk to them, um, do you ever have the experience of looking at their body going, oh, that's really neat, and then you get to their face and you go, oh my God? But yeah, excuse the silliness. I just felt like I just really need to talk about this because it's something that I've thought about a lot, but never really took the time to fully express. But yeah, does it really matter how the person looks? How deep into the how a person appears do you get into it? Do you really, when you choose to surround yourself with people, do you go by their appearances first and then go into their personality? Are you that type of person? I I don't know. Um, Another thing that I was really sitting here thinking about and wanting to get into that had me like spinning my gears and had me like really, I don't know, like lost in thought and like overthinking things was that it was that if you're so stuck on the way that a person's look, and because of the way that my page is, the focus is on mainly the hair and the appearance and stuff like that. I just I just wonder, how is it and why is it that you choose to look at what it is that you look at first when you look at a person? Especially considering that in the world that we live in, a lot of the times the appearance of a person has been altered. And even if it hasn't been altered, what does the way that a person's hair is or the way that they dress ultimately say about that person in general? And I've touched on this before in like other videos that I've done, but like just because a person looks one way one day does not mean that that is like the full extent of their entire personality. Like, how do you even gauge a person based off of like one snapshot instead of actually exploring and getting to know that person as a unique individual? I just, I don't know. It just really made me wonder, like, how does that work? How do you rationalize that? How does something like that really just like get into your thought process of how you see someone? Is it, oh, because her hair is long, or because her hair is short, I like her more because of whatever her hair is doing? I mean, like, a person can have whatever stereotypical looks that you particularly like and have a crappy personality. Do you not get that? Do you agree with that? Or do you like go, I don't care, I just get to know a person? Yeah, that's just like something I've really just been thinking about. Like, why is it that appearances are such a big deal for certain people, and for other people it's like they don't care? Is it because they see things totally different than the person who only cares about appearances, or what? I kind of get that myself, but I like to hear what other people think about that whole concept. Like, why is the appearance such a big deal to some people, and why does it seem like some people just can't get past it? And how do you approach or deal with a person who, based off just your appearance, makes you feel uncomfortable just because of something that you might have changed, or just because of something that you like or you don't like, that a person just really makes you feel uncomfortable about it? How do you approach a situation like that? Do you cut that person off, or do you spend the time to actually explain to them how awkward that is to you, that just because of a appearance change they treat you like a different person? But yeah, moving on. And I mean, seriously, does it really matter um what length my hair is, or how my hair is styled, or how my hair is looking? I mean, shouldn't my actions and my personality mean more to a person than the way that my hair is styled, or the way that my hair is growing out my head? Shouldn't that really be what is more important? Or are we really living in a society that all people care about are appearances? Is that, I mean, am I making sense? Am I getting to you now? Do you really get where I'm coming from with that? Is it all about the way that your tresses are coiffed, and how they hang, and how they've been cut, or how they've been laid, so to speak? Is that all that really matters? I really hope that's not all that matters, because if that's all that matters, then that means that, depending on the type of people that you surround yourself with, all they care about is what they see on the outside of you, and whatever's on the inside of you, they could give a crap less about. And I don't think I really want to surround myself with a bunch of people that are really that shallow, that they care more about what I look like on the outside than how I am on the inside and how I'm feeling. And whatever happened to being able to be free to express yourself however you want to express yourself? So maybe I might not like having my hair be a specific color, or maybe I like my hair to be a different color. And just because I choose to have my hair whatever color it is that I choose to have it, I don't think that I should be put in a specific box with a bunch of other people that I might not have anything in common with, just because I choose to change my hair to be a certain color. And then that also brings me to a whole nother side of that. Why does it seem like some people really have it engraved in their mind that certain hair colors are taboo, or certain hair colors are only for certain skin tone people, and only certain people can do certain things? I never understood that. Like, if I want to have my hair some wild color, why is it actually considered wild? Is it only wild because a huge number of other people choose not to have their hair that color? Or is it because that's something that they themselves don't want to do with themselves? So they see somebody else do it, they might think it looks good on that person, but then they knock them down because they don't have the courage, or they're not bold enough to do that themselves. I've never understood that kind of stuff. But hopefully you get where I'm coming from with this. And have you ever wondered why certain people seem to get less flack for whatever change that they decide to do with their style, just because it is considered to be more on the normal set of colors with the hair, or the more laid back, or the more normal styles, or natural styles? Why is it that certain people can have certain looks and wear their hair certain ways and not even get questioned or have any type of judgments passed on them? But when certain people do it, it's a big problem, and it's a big show, and it's a big thing, and it just makes no sense to me. I don't understand. In the end, I think the point that I'm trying to get to is, how much do you stare at another person, and what is it that you're staring at them for, and what are you getting out of what you see? um it really just got me to thinking that sometimes when you look at somebody, are you really looking at them, or are you just looking at the shell that they're in? I mean, hopefully you get the gist of where I'm coming from with this whole topic. And I really just want to know, when you look at a person, are you looking at them as a person, or are you just looking at what you want to see? Um, but to get, I guess, a little bit more serious, some of the things that I've really been thinking about with this, I guess I should just stop playing around and get real. Whether your hair is long, short, laid one way, laid another way, whether it's permed, whether it's got extensions, whether it's a weave, whether it's a wig, whether it's yours or not, just know when it comes to me, I see you as a person. And I could care less if your hair is long, if your hair is short, if your hair is cut off, if your hair is fried, dyed, and laid to the side, if your hair is not yours, if your hair is whatever your hair is. Personally, I prefer to see a person for who they are than to judge them based on what they have going on the outside. But to be real and stop playing around, short hair don't care. I guess I would be in the short hair don't care community right now because I cut my hair off. But just to be like serious about it, just because I cut my hair off and I'm still following all these other people who are on their different types of journeys, that doesn't change who I am, and that doesn't change any support that I've had for those people. So I just really just am trying to like get other people's comments or thoughts about that situation of what is it that you see when you look at another person, and what do you get out of looking at them? What is it that you look for when you look at a person? All right. Hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed. See you guys next time. Bye.